Hello, everybody. Hello, this is our Mom to Mom series today. Hello, Janet. Hello, everyone.
Yep.
Wow, it's another month.
Time flies really, right? So fast, in the wink of an eye, we are almost coming to the end of January and Chinese New Year is around the corner.
Yeah, that's right. Time really flies. Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
So I'm so happy that we are here today, and we are going to share a very important topic. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it couldn't be any more important than anything because as long as you are a parent and you have children, yeah, this is the one important element in your relationship. Yeah, that you need to work on it.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's so right, And thank you so much again, to coming to share with everybody our experiences as moms, right? All right. So everyone, okay, we just give a 1 more minute. I hope you all can share the link to friends, who we want to know how to connect your child better. Sometimes we do not know actually that there's a need, and why we need and have that such a need sometimes.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So that's why I've been starting on a beta training program for parents who are
Wow.
very keen to work with their children to get not only their children ready for their reading journey when they start school in kindergarten as well as primary one, but also how to connect deeper with their kids. And so this come at really at no better time than now for us to be talking about this topic when I just finished my coaching and we were talking about how to establish that connection with your child. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And
Mm.
actually, as our children grow up, right, the chance to connect is even smaller chances because they are very busy with their lives, and we find that it's even harder for us. So we order more the need that we need to connect to them
Mm-mm.
when they're young, right?
Correct. Yeah. True. Yes.
Okay, let's see who we
Okay.
have here.
Let's
Yeah.
check it out. Mm.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have Joanne Lim. Joanne Lim is here. Hello, Joanne. Thank you for coming. Okay, and yep, maybe Janet, you can share the slides for us. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Let me go share screen. Yes. And I'm going to do this. Yeah. See, share. See if you can got it. You got it? Yeah. Mm. Okay. We want this out first. Slideshow. Okay. Do we get it now?
Yes. I saw it.
I
I saw
hope we
it.
have got. Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
So actually, going on live in Facebook is another thing that we that we have to learn. It seems
Yes.
like yeah. Every time we go live, there's a lot of things that we have to manage. On how on the screen, on the phone, on everything.
We have to
How do you
learn
manage that,
also.
Jasline? Huh?
Yes, we also have to learn.
Yeah, I'm always very curious how the people can do it actually so well when to me it's like wow, I'm struggling with coping with Zoom itself and then share screen and then coping with the Facebook aspect of it, and then
Don't worry,
I
we
you
have
know
the
I
two of
really
us. Two of us
yes
here.
I marvel. Yeah, I marvel at how you manage to do it.
No, you
Yeah.
are so very good. We're all learning here. So, Janet, maybe you could go to the first slide. I think we are looking at the third one already. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Okay, so this
Okay.
is our mom to mom series
Yes.
today.
We
Yes.
do it every
Okay.
month. Every month. Yeah.
Yes, every month. Yeah, we'll be here talking to you.
Mm.
So welcome. Yeah.
Join
And
us, all
today,
the moms, all the. Oh, we saw James here also. Wow.
oh well, welcome James. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Yes. And today we are talking about a very important topic, ways to connect deeply with your child. Yeah. I mean, how many of you wouldn't want to connect with your child, right? We
Yes,
all
we
would
all
love
want
to.
to.
Yes. Connection is, in fact, a very, very important element in our relationship with our kids. As I was talking to Jasline earlier on, without that connection with your kids, then there's a tendency for parents as they age and the children as they grow up to be really estranged from each other because there's nothing that bonds them together. So there is no wonder that parents starts to feel, hey, why is it that my kids they are, and you see, when you have an empty nest, you feel so empty, is because you don't have that connection with the kids. So even though your children leave, set up families on their own, you kind of like feel as though you are being abandoned by your children. But if there is a connection between you and your child, then you will not have that kind of feeling. You will have a fulfilled relationship with your child and also your child's spouse, as well as their own families. When they start to set up a family, that's how important connection is between parent and child. Don't you agree, Jaslyn?
Yes, I agree totally. Yes. So I would like to introduce Janet here. Okay, we go to the next slide here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So Janet is our reading specialist. Okay. So you can find her on LinkedIn. You can search for her under Janet Loves Yupo, so you can connect with her. And then she has all her credentials there. She's actually from she's been with MOE for so long to teaching children that really has some issues, with reading. But with her method, to actually teach them how to read, and then they will enjoy reading, right? Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, okay.
Thank you very much for that brief introduction. Yes, I'm a reading specialist. This is not common in Singapore, but then in the US, it's really, this is a job. It is a job title in the school as well. Yeah, the reason why I'm actually a specialist is because the areas that I've trained myself into and get certified in is all regarding how to empower children to read, how to diagnose reading difficulties. That's why a reading specialist. Yeah, so let me give you a brief introduction about myself. Yeah, I've worked with over 300 children already by now, mostly preschoolers, age 4 to 8. And I'm actually very, very passionate working with children. I really enjoy working with them. And in this course of the last 16 years, what I've been doing is to empower the children to actually master the basic reading skills. And at the same time, while doing that, to actually inculcate a love of reading in these children. So what I've done since is I've developed my own framework called the STARS, where I'm now moving on to empower parents to actually work with their own children, so that they can actually help their children to actually enjoy learning in a very enriching, engaging, as well as an enlightening way, because we want to, at the end of the day, enlighten your child to fall in love with not just reading, but learning. So like being a lifelong learner is really a very, very important characteristic, and this is a quality that I myself, embraced, and I want my children and other children as well to do so. So my own personal experience growing up, in a family that, where I struggle to get accepted, struggle to connect with my parents, drive me to actually perform academically. And then as a result of that, I actually become a tiger parent myself, unknowingly tiger parent. And then after 2009, I actually changed. And that's why I become that reading specialist I am today. So for my own experience with my son and, the experience teaching all the children, what happens is I actually managed to groom myself into that interest in really, really loving what I'm doing. And then I now have a very, very strong desire to share all my experiences, and my skills and my knowledge with these parents, so that children need not grow up learning in a very stressful way, as we always hear parents yelling, nagging at children, but instead they're very cheerful.
Correct. Reading is really the
and then they also have
best thing that we can give to our children. Yes.
Exactly. It's a very, very important gift we can give. And then, of course, in my journey, I actually went through formal education. I got my basic degree in English language in NUS. And then after that, when I moved into reading arena, I went to get a master's degree with NTU. So I'm actually also an active volunteer in the last 15 years with the National Library Board and CDAC, Chinese Development Assistance Council, in this community-based reading program called Kids Read, where we actually work with children from low-income family, and also we try to inculcate the love of reading in them. So right now, although I was a tiger mom in the first 9 years of my child's life, but then after that, I became his playmate. And so now I become very close to my son. He has seen blossom into really a scholar as well as, you know, getting into the Dean's List. So much to my unexpected but pleasant surprise, of course. Yeah. So now in my new framework, I actually empower parents to really go through this 3 strategy: enrich, engage, and enlighten. Because this is how you can actually at the same time establish a deep connection with your child. Only when you enrich by leveling up your child's knowledge, and then you delight your child to engaging way, then your child will fall in love with reading and learning. And then because of that, they actually get transformed and enlightened to enjoy learning and know the true value of reading and learning.
Wow, thanks for sharing. Wow, so many
drawings
you have.
Yes. This is like a testimonial wall from all the kids. In fact, not all of them. Yeah, this is from the kids only from the last 5 to 6 years that I've been working with MOE. Yeah, it's not the first year I started collecting all these things from the children. Yeah, drips and drabs, you know. Then I say, hey, yeah, it would be nice to have a picture wall like that, like a photo wall, you know, of all these things. And if you ask me why I do what I do, I think looking at this picture wall tells it all. Yeah, this is really that gratification of working with the kids, getting to create an impact in their lives, that, you know, though they are flagged out for being lagging behind in reading skills, but at the end of the year working with them, they all have their confidence, self-esteem, and they fell in love with reading and learning. Wow, this is really, really deeply gratifying for me. All right, so much for me. And yes, let me introduce my partner, and that is none other than our tactical parenting strategies, Jasline Loves. And Jasline, she is an amazing lady. Yeah, she has brought up 2 really academically excellent children. And I will leave Jasline to share more about herself with you. All right.
Okay, thank you, Janet, for introducing me. Yeah, Janet, do you mind you click the the slideshow button?
Yeah. Am I not in the slideshow? I thought I'm already in the slideshow.
No, it's you click the button. It's not? Slideshow. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, that's strange. Okay, let me try.
So it's bigger. Yeah.
Okay, let me try enough. Perhaps it could be the sharing issue. Am I sharing? I might be sharing from the wrong screen then.
Don't worry. Yeah, maybe I just introduce myself.
Let's see.
Just set up.
Can you see it? Full screen now?
Better, much better.
Okay,
thank you so
great,
much.
Great.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
So I feel you as a parent, and it's a very blessing that I have a boy and a girl. So I tell you that they are so different, you know. So I know how the way they think, you know, how they react, you know. So I feel that I can actually feel you as a parent. So what do I do? Is that I help parents to actually the next slide. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Next slide. So take some time. Don't worry. Okay.
And
yeah. Okay. So what I do is I actually motivate parents, encourage them. They are actually the beacon of light for the child, and they are the key factor for the child to unleash their potential. And my mission is actually help parents to find a way to become happy parents to happy children, and move. I give parents the direction and the children the direction and strategies to reach their goals. So you can connect me at this Parenting with Jasline and LinkedIn or Facebook. Okay. Yeah.
Well done. Yes. So now you know where to get hold of Jasline if you need to.
You just have to go to find me on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel. Yeah. So all my videos are there to teach about motivation, kids, behavior, even life skills. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Actually, what inspired you to go to YouTube, Jasline? I think the last time I spoke to you, or rather the last month, were you on YouTube already?
Yes. I was on YouTube for at least about nearly a year. Yeah, nearly a year.
Oh, wow, wow. Yeah, I actually haven't ventured out to YouTube yet.
YouTube is a very good way to keep all your videos in one place. rather than in Facebook. So that's why I'm in. And
Okay,
actually you get notification, your subscribers can actually know when you have upload a video. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Can you go to
Right.
next?
Next, right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm also an international speaker. So I teach thousands of parents on relationship building, even motivating parents, strategizing them to help their children attain academic success. I also recently actually was with Nick, on the international platform, speaking with other speakers. So this, and the next.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It was
Nick
amazing.
Vucic. Wow. I'm
Yes,
really,
really.
really, really.
Yes. Correct.
I actually envy you.
Yeah.
Sharing the stage, you know.
Yeah, he was such an inspiration to me. I
I
even
heard
buy the
that. I heard
books.
that about.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
and then when they are young, I always use him as a such a resilient person. And how our children can learn from him. So what do I do? I also have a very holistic approach to helping a child improve the academics. And we know Singapore is so important to academics. So it's so big part of our lives as parents. And I've gone through the 17 years, like say high achieving children. So I want to help parents in this academic area. So I help them to improve their confidence, even their ability. So I also do one-to-one coaching. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Right.
And teach in classrooms. Yeah.
Is this the one?
Yes. Teach in classrooms where I teach parents and the children how to do better in the academics. Okay, using some strategies of myself that I've learned through all my reading and all my inputting onto my children, how I learned through these 17 years. Yeah. Next.
Oh, wow. See, wealth of experience from Jasline.
We also have far from Janet lah,
so no, yours is working with the children, the parents, one-on-one. For me is I move into a classroom setting. Yeah.
That's right. So we all have a lot to learn from each other, and then there's testimonies from parents who went to my course and find that the tips that I give them so much, the way that they can move forward. Sometimes we do not know how to go forward to help our children. Okay, be yourself. We're so busy, so clueless, right? So most important thing, they get some help from me. Yeah, and they're proven to be very helpful. Yeah. Next.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and okay, so we have come to the important thing about today. What we're going to learn today. Okay, so end of the day, we are going to learn why connecting with child is so important. Both of us will share, and also we'll tell you the ways to help to build deeper connection with your children. Okay, sometimes we can't think of a lot of things, right? So we have here some good tips. Yeah. So most important thing is you will have greater influence. Okay. So when I say influence means even you ask your child to very simple things like go and have a bath, have dinner. Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes, right? But if you're able to connect your child with a daily basis and with really truly care for the child, right? The child will just go and do it. That is the kind of amazing impact, on children. Do you agree, Janet?
Absolutely, yes. Definitely, when you have a great connection and relationship with your child, you are actually a role model to your child. That is the reason why your child look up to you, and everything that you are doing as parents, you might not know it, but whatever we say is not as impactful as whatever we do. So actually, the children actually look at what you are doing and you are modeling to them. So can you imagine if you have built a very good connection, a deep bond with your child, you are such a positive influence to your kids. Yeah. So that is why when you have a positive influence on your child, can you imagine how much more easier it is for you to actually get your child to do things that you think is beneficial for them. Yeah, because you'll be on the same wavelength as them anyway. So that's why they tend to be able to relate, and then they tend to be able to see that, yes, I think mommy or daddy, whatever they're doing, it makes sense because I've been watching them, and really whatever they do it with love, they do it with good intent.
That's right. And it's like less defiant. There will also be more compliance. That's important as parents. We do not want to handle the frustration, to deal with the everyday, do this, do that. I think it's really very tiring. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I hear of from chats like, you know, with friends and all this, you know. Oh, you know, some they say that, oh, they go out, they have a breather, doing you know, going for exercise or whatever. Then the moment they come home, it's like, ah, yeah, you know, my child is still there playing computer games, and then they have to say, hey, a boy, have you been doing your work or not? Have you been studying for your exam or not? You know, so this is that kind of thing that actually pans out at home very, very often. Is a common scenario.
Yes, that's right. So we need to have that kind of really. Okay, number two,
Mm.
get cooperation, like we all said, right? Like easier for you all
Yes.
to tell them what to do rather than you next 10 times they're still sitting there or not moving. Okay, so this is even your child with a adult is the same, right? You know, that you want to do something, right? So it's hard.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say that. You know, even if I have a very, very good relationship with my child, but sometimes, they everybody have got certain moods. Sometimes when you tell them something, they may not move immediately also. But
But
be
still
assured
they
that
will still lah.
eventually,
Yeah, it will still be done. Like
correct. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah. When you
my
have
son
that.
will say, I say I will do means I will do. So I mean that's true that they have that's why boys they're wired in this way, and girls are more
Exactly.
compliant. So we have
Mm.
to understand.
Compliant, no lah. They are more sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, okay.
Compliant.
I feel that they are more compliant. I really totally feel that way. Okay, so number three,
Uh,
yeah, fulfilling relationship. Yeah, can you share with us more on this?
Oh yes, definitely. I think for the most important thing, Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? We have got the basic needs, the food, water, and all this thing, and then move to safety, and then the next level, actually, is the belongingness that the
Mm,
child wants to feel that they belong. That's why you need to have a fulfilling relationship, of love, and then the child also want to feel the esteemed, the self-esteem. So our children all need to have that healthy self-esteem, self-identity in them.
mm,
So like the car, when you move forward, you need to have that fuel tank. So for our children, they actually have that emotional bank, you call it, or you can actually call it the love cup of you, in this case, emotional tank,
yes.
yeah, as well. So we will say that, yeah, whether the child grow into a positive, healthy, well-rounded adult, it actually depends very much on how much of that emotional fuel they get as they were
Mm,
growing up. So what are the ingredients in an emotional fuel? It's actually attention, it's actually connection, as well as the nurturing. So when you nurture your child, of course, you go and learn how to actually nurture their interest, their strength in certain area. But attention means you just pay attention to your kids lah. Yeah,
yes.
there is still lack the element of engagement with your child. But if
Correct.
you say that you give connection, there is that engagement over there. So
Mm,
what will give you a high quality engagement is basically you spend high quality time and you doing very engaging activities, which
mm,
the highest standard, the very, very highest standard of doing that is play.
yes.
And
Correct.
this one, there's a lot of research has been done on it, and there's an author who talk about playful parenting, Lawrence Cohen. Yeah, he said that one most important skill that the parents should have is play. That means if you know how to play, you play with your child, that kind of eye contact, the whole the action, the behavior, the laughter, the emotion that displayed during play is really the highest standard, the high test you call it, of
Mm.
connection. Yeah. So if you really want to connect well with your kids, learn first of all not to let go of the playfulness in yourself.
Correct. And also be light-hearted with them. So as you will play, you feel that you have a lot of values, but you can use play to impart to them. I think that's also very fulfilling. I feel that sometimes you're too serious already. They may not want to take in all your good intentions. I feel the
Exactly.
connection, you play with them, and of course as they grow up, you find that the times that you play with them is all investment, right? Like bank, like that. You see this piggy bank.
Yeah.
So you're
You have to
actually
put in.
savings, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you actually have to really, really build up build up your funds, we build up our funds, financial power by putting investment, everywhere. Yeah, and the same thing for you and your relationship with your child. You must invest. Yeah, you must make sure that you fill up their tank, their love tank, their love cups, whatever you want to call it. But essentially, it needs to be filled, and it needs to be filled when they're younger every day, Yeah.
Yes,
in order for you to really reach that level where you can really be, in close connection with your child.
Absolutely, yes. So, okay, let's see what are the ways that we love to do, okay, and how we can do it. Okay, yeah, Janet,
All
what
right.
is this?
So I'll go first, then Jasline will share later. Basically, I'm a reading specialist, right? So of course I won't
Yes,
deviate from reading. And
we
reading,
should,
really,
yes.
there's much research and there's a lot of literature on it that reading is very important for you to read to your child. So if you imagine you read to your child, it actually makes you bond with the kids. Starting from very young, and this is exactly how I did with my child too. Because why? It gives you that sense of intimacy. When you look at the picture, how close you are with your child, bedtime routine that you always snuggle together and read together, and that's why it gives them a sense of well-being, because they know that they're intimate with their parents. It makes your child feel very close to you, and that feeling of getting your attention, getting your love. Remember the love cup we were saying just now, right? Yeah. So that is that. And not only that, when you read to your child, you actually promotes that communication between you and your child, because as you read, not only are you sharing, sometimes you have conversations with your kids, like you are asking them, boy or girl, what do you think? If you are in this story, how would you react? So there is a kind of communication between you and your child. Yeah, hearing you read as well as discussing about the story itself. And then another point is, it actually helps your child to become better at conversation, because they are exposed already, they are
and telling
exposed
you
to
the
hearing.
feelings, right? It's important part of teaching your children is how they can tell you how they feel, and
Exactly,
it's
yes.
important. Yes.
And all of you say your child don't want to listen to you, right? When you read story to them, they will listen to you.
Yes.
So it actually builds their listening skills.
Yes, and don't you like miss the days you were like reading with your child?
Okay, next one is actually
Journal writing.
it's a combination of journal. Actually, I combine journal and drawing together. Yeah, so because sometimes part of journaling is actually also drawing. So when it comes to drawing, why is it important? Because when you look at the picture that your child does, it actually makes for good conversation starter between you and your child. So you actually kind of get to know your child better. Certain things that your child want to say, but he or she may express better in drawing. So that's for you to reach into their inner world also. So when you talk about the drawing, you're actually also engaging conversation with your child, showing them that you have interest in what they are doing.
Yes.
And moreover, if you start to put up their drawings even around the house, wow, that sense of self-esteem and showing them that
Accomplishment.
yes, what they have done meant a lot to you, is important to you. I even kept what my child did. I used to pin it up on my wardrobe, a glass door. Then when I move house, I pack them all up as well. Yes, so that's how important it is. But as they grow older, that drawing kind of journaling may turn into writing kind of journaling. Yeah.
And I think you're so clever. You plan all these literacy skills, and you say that you're connecting. I think really tactical, and I think.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these strategies can become tactics as well. When you're working with your kids. Yeah. As parents, we don't know like, wow, we all like commando.
Kill two birds with one stone.
One stone,
okay. Very good.
So when the kids actually, as they grow up, some kids, they are more introvert. They find it better or easier for them to express through writing, rather than telling you in the face, like every day tell you, mommy, I love you, daddy, I love you, then they might find that writing is a better way for them to express.
Yeah. Then they will draw the mommy, daddy, then holding hand and a heart, is it?
That was when they are young. You see a lot of K-drama, all this, you also see children.
Yeah, correct. So
drawing at younger time, drawing. Yeah, when they get older, they probably express it through writing. Yeah, and so if you can also encourage your child to express like in the form of like gratitude journal and all this, is even better. The value there is so great for good relationship building. Why? Because you are teaching the child to focus on very positive things. When they are feeling gratitude, right? Yeah, you're contented about something, they're grateful for something, they're grateful about person, grateful about the things that happen to them. So they're acknowledging it. So you are actually nurturing.
Yeah, correct. They are very full
nurturing.
Remember
I talked about the emotional fuel just now. One of the element, attention, connection, and nurturing. You're actually nurturing the values of kindness, appreciation into your child, you know. So it will definitely improve not only your relationship with your own child, but also, you know, his or her relationship with other people. Yeah, how good is that, isn't it?
Correct.
Like
So
Jasline just say, one stone kill three birds.
Now 3 birds really correct. Or even teachable moment, all
yes, yeah.
Very good.
And sometimes, you know, as your kids grow up, a teenager or whatever, they need to have emotional outlet.
Correct.
Some don't know that what, you know, anger management, bang the tables and chair or glass or whatever, you know. Oh my goodness, you know.
So you're saying that there could be a way that they actually learn that, you know, journal writing or drawing is a way they can vent out their frustration. They do not need to go to the extent of breaking stuff, right?
Exactly. An emotional outlet for them to learn about their own feelings, how to deal with it positively. That's the key thing.
Actually, you talk about empathy is really good, because I feel nowadays kids really they are not so. I'm not sure whether it's that the pace is too fast for them, but I feel the empathize with people, even the parents, is sometimes lacking. I can feel my case studies.
Yes.
For parents.
Imagine your children, you know, since young, express the gratitude for what the parents have been doing for them, so they know, they build up in their memory that, you know, what are all the things that your parents have been doing for them. You know, this is really
so powerful. Janet, your sharing is so powerful.
Research has already shown that, you know, this kind of like expressive writing actually help the individual to develop, you know, more structured, more adaptive, as well as integrated schemes about not only themselves but others and the world, you know.
That's how they find a purpose also.
Yes, that's how your child can grow up into that holistic person, into that, you know, really kind individual, well-developed individual that you want your child to be.
Yes, it's teaching a lot of values.
Yes, okay. So now for Jasline, she will share with you more interesting things. Yeah.
Playground. Okay, so like what Jenna has told everybody, you know, play is such an important part. So for kids, example, those more active kids, right? Please encourage them or bring them outdoors, you know. And a playground, you know, Singapore, we're so lucky. We have so many wonderful playgrounds. Like within walking distance, you can see a few. And sometimes I feel a bit sad because they are quite empty. So do use them, you know, bring your children there, you know. You can also like, okay, now how many birds you want to kill one stone? Okay, so you learn to use up the energy. First thing, right? Active kids, you use the energy, they come back very tired, so very good, right? Okay, and then also you also through play, you know, you also actually my son actually learn a lot through playground because he gets into issues, you know, like he wants to play the slide, then he will, you know, try to fight with other children just to get on a slide. So these are teachable moment for me really. So
yes. Actually, as parents, you don't just bring your children to the playground and just leave them there.
Yeah.
You actually not only just observe. Yeah. Then if you can, you play with them. Yeah. Remember, Lawrence Cohen said the most important things that the parent skills the parent should is play. Yeah, play with your child. Yeah.
And then really let them see how they interact with children. You know, you correct them when they are wrong, and then always let them take turns. I mean, my son always has these teachable moments because always quarrel. Then it's very difficult because the boys, they were like, you know, the bigger boys, they will actually bully the smaller kids. So these are the things that, you know, I say, must kill a lot of stone,
actually not only do they learn to connect, you know, or rather with you, but they learn to these social skills. When they apply to other children that they play with,
Mm.
even if they have their own siblings,
Yes.
actually apply at home as well. And then
Correct.
imagine you as a parent, how much more peace you get, if your children know how to socialize with each other, how to behave around each other.
So I feel going playground is so super teachable, and you have fun, and you know how to interact with people, your children, and and there's a lot of things that you can teach. Even like you see different races of children as well. You encourage him to play with them. So a lot of things you discover their views, and it's great. It's great. You talk to them. Yeah.
Hey, but Jasline, what if the child is grown up already? Then no playground already. How?
Okay. There's also, luckily, Singapore also has lots of facility. Those exercise places, they are also near the playground. And my son, which is growing up, he loves to build his muscles. Then he said, "Oh, I go and do this push up." These are for us. We are all very busy people, but we take time to exercise, and we're role models. And instead of going playground, we say, "Hey, let's go to exercise," right?
Yes.
And then it works. It works. It works. Yeah.
I remember that, when my son was trying to learn his
the push-up thing. It's always with the boys. They love it. They love it.
Yeah, it's so scared like go army, right? Yeah. So he was trying from zero, and now he
correct.
Wow,
They want
easily
to
5, 10 times.
They want to show that they are able to do all this. Because I think in school they also, in the CCA, they also need to be physically very fit lah. So I will take the moments to connect, and then also get out of the house, please stay at home, you play games, and that's really bad for the eyes and everything. So we just have to. So it applies to big kids, small kids, all can.
Yeah. Get your husband, the fathers, go and do this chin up, whatever with your kids. Build that connection with them.
Yeah, because of the connection we build when we are young, right? It's not hard for us to bring them outdoors. They will feel that, okay. Or last time, mommy bring me to playground. Okay, now we're going to exercise. So they have this mentality. They will follow you. Yeah.
Okay, right. So are we at this?
We can go to the
right one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you cook and bake with your child, Janet?
My son loves to cook.
Oh, not you lah.
Actually love.
So you just eat the food.
So not so much as with me lah. Yeah. I mean, initially maybe if they want to learn certain things with the father will actually teach him. Now he's actually 24, going 25 already. Ooh. So he actually learns to cook like chili crab, tomato eggs,
so difficult lah.
Yeah, prawn balls, restaurant standard prawn balls.
Wow, restaurant standard.
He does all this thing. But for me and my son is not learn to cook lah, but we go out cafe hopping together and sample food together.
So I will tell you that recently, because of the holidays, I actually started cooking with my son. Okay, because I really need to think of something to do with my teenage boy. So luckily he was able to he's receptive of idea lah, so we started to cook like one meal a day, either the lunch or dinner, and we use very simple recipes. We even go marketing. So you'll be amazed that if you try hard enough, right, there's something that he want to do. You'll be amazed, because I didn't expect he would like to cook, but then he will even take the trouble to go to the market and carry the things with you. I tell you, I really feel great, I did something well, and he loved it, and he's helping me. Because remember not, when you get your child to help you, I tell you, it's really very happy that you're able to help
me. Yes, just yesterday I suddenly decided, let's have steamboat. Yeah, and then my husband was going out. He just gave the son the money. Okay, later you go with mommy, So he went with me, and then we brought along my aging mother to let her exercise. And then we brought up all the things for the steamboat. Come back, prepare all these things. So yes, that kind of connection, building a bond with your kids when you go grocery shopping together.
Correct. Yeah, it's a life skill also. Don't you think that cooking is a life skill?
Yes, when your kids needs to go to the army, they know how to cook. Cannot be having the helper there to cook for them. Or mommy, daddy there to cook.
If they go hostel,
if they go exchange program, how?
Yeah.
Like my son went to Canada for exchange program, right? In 2019 year end, and when he was there, they actually have to look for an apartment themselves with his 3 other friends, and he actually already know how to cook and everything. Yeah, so them this is an essential skill.
Very good, very good. So actually my son actually learned, his first cooking when he was in this he's in scout now. So he actually learned to cook on the mess tin. So very interesting,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you
yeah.
talk to your child, what they have been doing. I think I want to encourage parents who are having teenage boys, especially. I feel sometimes they are very they feel that the child, let's go to the room, let's don't talk to him. But I feel there's always a need for connection, and that's how you know how is he doing in his CCA, how he's doing in school. I feel I have parents who are really, really not connecting, so I really want to encourage it.
Yeah. Actually, parents, don't be surprised. You don't think that if you happen to have a boy, you
Mm,
think, oh no, this is a very domestic,
mm,
catered kind of things. Only
mm,
girls will like it or will do it. No, actually, to
mm.
your surprise, a lot of boys this day they
Yeah,
love
your
cooking.
son also, right?
My
Yeah.
son, and I just discovered my nephew, who is about, I think, a year or two older than my son. He too loves cooking. Well,
Wow.
I tell you, these boys are better than me. I
I
put
also
me to
think
shame,
so.
you know.
Yeah, I know, like they are like that's why you say cooks are you the good cooks are always men, right?
Exactly. The chefs,
The
yeah, a
chefs,
lot of them
right?
are really
Yeah,
men, yeah. And
correct.
when they are younger, if they are younger, it's not the age group that I normally work with, 4 to 8 years old. Of course, you may not want them to cook chili crab,
Yeah.
but
But
I think
helping
this
you
kid
lah, helping you in small ways. Yeah.
make
Yeah,
cookies,
yeah.
decorate the cookies,
Yeah.
like Chinese New Year now, right? Some
Something
of
they
you
can
learn how
do.
to make all the pancake or whatever, then the kids can
Mm.
really click the pattern onto the
Do
pineapple
simple
tarts
stuff
or
like or
the,
you
yes, all
roll
these things,
roll
yes.
all those the glutinous rice ball. I love to do it when I was young, So
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
simple things, correct.
my mom make us do it when we were young.
But it's nice, it's nice. It's nice. The memories came back, right?
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So that's for
Fun.
cooking, and then
Yeah, these
next.
are about things that I've cooked with my children. A very simple one, like cupcakes. Actually, my daughter is the one who know more about baking than me. So she'll buy all the fanciful pastry making stuff. So we like to
Mm.
do noodles a lot, and we also do pizza. So you see the ugly looking purple plate, actually it's pizza.
Ah,
So simple things
pizza,
lah, but they love to
yes.
eat. So and then the good thing about I appreciate my children is that they never complain what I cook. So I love them because they truly appreciate whatever we cook for them, and that's appreciating.
Actually, you're a very good cook lah, right,
No, 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 I'm
Jasline?
not. I'm not. I really cook very. No, I'm not. I'm not really. Really, I think they just feel that the effort that mommy puts in is enough. I will eat whatever she cook. So that's my children. They will think, this is good. That one is good. Of course, you don't cook things that they don't like. So we also try our best to suit their taste. But at the same time, cultivate that kind of non-complaint culture, which I think will encourage you to cook more. I feel. So,
Yeah, I actually I have a relative family. The kids around my child's age, from young, they really get used to their mommy's cooking, right? So much so that when they, as you grow up, you become very busy. They start to actually packet food from
then they don't
outside,
like,
right?
right?
They don't like, yeah. They will still, once in a while tell, mommy, can you please cook?
And that's
Yeah,
nice. And that's nice because
yeah.
it brings them back home. That's important
Yes,
when they
they bring
grow
them
up.
back home. Yeah, that's the key
That's
thing. And then not just cook and then leave everybody eat on your own. You know,
yeah.
make it a habit to
Together.
eat together. Yes, the
That's another
conversations
correct.
over dinner table is really an excellent daily routine that you can actually build into your family habits, and so build up a more invest more into that relationship with your children
Mm.
over
Mm.
dinner time. Yes,
All
yeah.
right, great. So playing PC games. Do you play any PC games or video games with your child? You
Yes,
remember?
actually, when my child was very young, he decided to play Maple Story that time. Oh, I was up and coming.
Maple
So
Story.
actually, I partnered him. I went online and then create avatar with him, and then we all discuss. Okay, online, I'm your sister. I don't tell people I'm your mommy.
Wow.
Sister and brother go round, go and hunt for things, do
Oh,
all the
nice.
quests, and then after that, later on we have what do you call it, that set on the PlayStation or don't know whatever. Then they have the Sonic game, Halo, and all this. So I actually play with my child at the time secondary school already. Yeah.
Nice. My husband is playing the Royal Clash Royale with my daughter right now. But for me, it's more my son actually wants me to do a interesting video game with him called Little. This is called Little Hope. Yeah, it's actually a survival video game. So
Ah.
he made me sit with him, and then go through the video game. I think that's really nice. I feel it's like he appreciates the time because she will say, "Oh yeah, just 20 minutes." Okay, I say 20 minutes, fine.
Yeah, I don't know whether you remember when Facebook first started, they have things like Pet Society,
Oh.
what the mafia games and all that down there also. So I actually, my son and I were playing, and then his friends also. Then we have to help give people certain item. So not too long ago, I think last year, over at I can't remember whether it's Instagram or what. Then my son was posting up on my birthday thing. Then his friend said, "Hey, happy birthday, auntie. I still remember the time you helped me out in Mafia game, man."
Still remember? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so you see, the kind of connection, you not only connect with your child, but also your child's friend. And then imagine how proud your child is. Wow, you see my mommy, even my friends also feel, my mommy is so cool about it.
Correct, correct. I think
Yes.
that's and also I purposely put video game here is that do not think that we are like increasing the PC time with them. But I feel that you need to go into their world. And we cannot escape from video games. To be fair, we can't, right?
Yeah, I guess this you got to work backwards a little. When they were young, if you use that technological device as a babysitter, so you throw that device to your child, iPad or whatever thing, or iPhone or phone, and it replaces you. Then inherently you are actually creating problem for yourself and your child. Because remember what I said earlier, the emotional tank is filled with not just attention, but also connection. So who do you think is the one that connecting with the child when you throw the gadget? It's not you. Yeah. And it's actually the attention, you don't even give your child attention. Yeah. What's more about connection? So that is why when it is that game with your child, you play with your child. So that you make it into a privilege of playing, and it's not an entitlement. Privilege. So your child grow up appreciating that playing game is a privilege, where you actually can enjoy things with your parents. Then you are potentially avoiding all these scuffles and yelling and things about controlling the amount of time that your children spend online.
That's right. That's right. So it's a really we cannot escape from this gadget thing. So we got
Yes,
to use
correct,
this chance to
correct.
talk to them, tell them, oh yeah, you finish your homework, then you play, or when you
Yes,
show me you've done all
yes.
these, then you can play. So I think it's also the same as reading. Like how we do video games is how we connect with a child, talk to them about
Mm.
certain values, then you sit inside there, like what you should be telling them, or maybe this character shouldn't be doing this, what would you do? So there's also the conversation that you can keep on going using video games.
Correct, correct. Yeah, don't just like you do in your own room the gaming and your child do in his own room his
Through
gaming, or your
handphone.
daughter her own gaming. Yeah, and then what? You communicate to phone
At
when
least
you're
talk
in
lah.
the
At
same
least talk
household.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk about it.
talk about
Strategize.
it.
Oh, how
Yes,
should you attack this?
exactly. Why if you want to go for the quest, plan how you do the quest together. Yeah, or
Well,
do
you're
or,
more
or,
experienced at dear. I'm not so good.
or go and kill the boss together. Yeah.
Okay, great.
That's all
Okay,
computed.
I think talk about video games is that the video game called Minecraft. You heard
Minecraft,
about?
yes, yes, yeah, I heard about it.
So I
Yes.
think there was a moment I remember that that my children actually made a beautiful cake for me because of my birthday using
Mm.
Minecraft, because Minecraft is about Lego kind of you create things. So I think that's those moments you remember. Actually, video games are great. They actually make use of the video games to make things for you. Appreciate you, and that's very very nice.
Yeah, actually, and it's actually through playing in Maple games and getting to know all these younger people. People are so much younger than me that I start to pick up the younger
Bingo.
generations lingo.
Mm.
Lingo, yes. Wow, if not last time all the short forms, I don't know how to
LOL.
read. So how to
Yeah.
how to go
So
into
so
a
I
child's
think in
world?
short, yeah, I think in short, we are parents that are willing to invest the time,
Mm,
energy to connect. Maybe you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I think it's fine, but you do make time to do the small gestures. Yeah, that will reap a lot of
correct, correct.
benefits. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Museum. Oh yeah, we have so many museums in Singapore. That's so fortunate. Yeah, we go to the next slide, right?
Yes, okay.
That's
Yeah.
so fortunate. Yeah. You
Yes.
see,
Wow. Mm.
National Galleries Museum. Me and my son is we always, because the galleries are very very near to each other, so we can go from one museum to another. And
Mm.
there's this biennial. Do
Ah.
you pronounce that biennial? Is it
No, no.
2019?
It's actually a biennial.
Biennial. Okay,
Biennial. So
correct.
that means it's actually
2 years
2 years
once, right?
once.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
two
think
years once. The annual is actually
annual one. Yeah.
the every year.
So this year will be one, no? So where
Yes.
it's a time really very fun for bring children over there to have all the fundings all free. Most importantly, so
Yeah.
very very very
Nowadays,
good.
right?
Yeah. So
Government give us a lot of vouchers, right?
yeah,
To
that
go
one.
to.
But Singaporeans
Yeah.
are free. Singaporeans are free when you go
Yeah,
museum.
yeah.
So it's
So
great.
I even in my programs I talk about just now, the Kids Read program, right? A nationwide reading program. We actually bring the children out for field trip. Yeah, we try as much as possible, at least once a year. I know we bring them to a natural history museum
Mm.
at the NUS that side.
Mm.
Wow, I tell you, you look at the dinosaur
Yes, yes,
carcass, you look at all the
yes.
things, and it's really, really, not
That one need
only
money. Yes.
good for your child's academic journey, but at the same time, you actually build your relationship with your child. Build a better connection when you go there. You talk about
Learning.
it, you learn the
Mm.
things together.
Yeah.
Wow, it's really a wonderful opportunity and a platform for you to actually hang out with your children in all this museum. Singapore is really,
Really very fortunate.
really
Yes,
good.
yes.
Yes, yeah, we Singaporeans are so fortunate, really.
When you think back, right? My son will tell me, like we'll say, oh, what would you do with your friends? And say, hey, let's go museum. So that's how, my children is being, like they really love it, and they will tell, oh, I'll tell my friends to go with me. So that's when, they still learn something, right? When you go there, they still learn something. Whether you look at the
Yeah.
arts, yeah,
So
whatever.
for those of you who are thinking, oh, maybe this is too kiddish, or my child may not like this thing, outgrow this. But as a child grow up, there are other things, that they may actually be interested in
And
musicals,
yes, a lot of things.
concert. Wow, I
Concert,
tell
yeah,
you,
how you
please lah,
know,
go
right?
concert with them. At that
Try,
time,
yes.
my son said, wow, go FC concert. Oh, go, man, we go FC
Correct,
concert
go,
when they
yes.
come to Singapore. Yeah, so go for all this thing with you really, really have to make an effort.
And I
Yeah.
tell you, Singapore, nowadays museum is not like what we expect, okay? Like statues and artwork, sorry, there's a lot of IT stuff there. Wow, wow your kids. Really, right? Jenna, you agree, right? So let's go to the
Yes,
next slide.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the next
Yeah,
slide.
okay.
We'll show you the pictures.
Ah,
Yeah.
you see?
See,
Yeah,
so
Lee
many
Kuan Chen.
museums.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
many, so many. We really. Okay, next, right?
Yeah, no more already, right? I think. Yeah.
Okay, right.
So always back to this question. So as parents, what's the result? What kind of time you want to invest, or what kind of effort you want to put in? It all boils down to asking yourself, okay, self-awareness, and then what you want to get in return, after the journey, during the journey. And it's important to ask yourself questions.
Yes. In fact, I was just having a good chat with my sister who came to visit me since morning today. So we had long conversations, and then we were talking about what I'm doing with the parents and all that. So my sister was telling me actually it boils down to one thing: priority. A lot of parents say, but I got no time, no time, no time. But then you see they got time to go social media there. They got time to scroll to watch all the TikTok sorry to say, very meaningless dancing there. I see.
Yeah,
So,
I understand.
yeah, so they have time to do all these things, but you tell them 10 minutes only, you spend 10 minutes, talking to your child, going to the room, talk about the day. I got no time, I'm really very busy. Yeah. So to them, it's like the priority is more in looking at what other people consuming digital content is more a priority than your child. Wow, goodness me.
Janet,
Yeah.
great. You bring out this point. So I think it's a good point you bring out, but I feel we just need to be aware where the time goes, like you say, priority. Yeah, let's go to the
Yeah,
next slide. Yeah.
true.
So let's connect with your child daily. Like even you're busy, just a few minutes a day, I've been telling my parents that as well. Make parenting very joyful. Yeah. And putting the distractions away, important. Just a
Yes.
few minutes of the day. Anything that you want to mention?
Yeah, I mean, in essence, I think we have shared a lot on all the key things. Yeah. So the one and
Important.
most important thing,
Mm.
please listen to your child and talk to your child.
Oh, listening skills.
If you,
Yes.
yeah, if you forget everything else, go baking, whatever,
Yes.
listen and talk to your child. Yeah.
Yes.
After all, your child is a human being.
Yes. And then if the times are not right, it's okay. The next time will be better to talk to them. That's what I feel. Yeah. Sometimes you must catch the right moments as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially the older kids, the
Correct.
older ones are not kids anymore. You know,
Yeah.
the older one, the young adults, yeah,
Yes.
so they
When they want to talk,
kind
let
of,
them talk and talk. Okay. If they don't talk, okay, leave it. Go to your room. I feel this is the approach. When they are like growing up,
correct,
they want to talk to
yes.
you. Please listen, like you say, listen and then put down everything. And when they don't want to talk, I think it's fine. We just connect again next time. Yeah.
Yes, because where I work with younger children, the younger children really want to talk. They find so much to talk to me because why? At
At
home, they
home,
want to
nobody
talk to
talk.
the parents. The parents ask them, don't disturb me.
I see.
So they
Understand.
come to
Lesson
school,
learned. Lesson learned.
only teacher Janet or Miss Janet will listen to me.
That's that.
Because
Okay.
when you
Understand.
listen to them, it shows you are interested in them.
They'll like you more as well, right? I think that's why we
Yeah.
are here to tell parents here, the few minutes a day, it may seem very little, but I think times 365 days is a lot of time, and your children will appreciate you. Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
to the next one. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, these are usually our goals,
Yes.
parenting
Yeah.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Strong
remember to
children.
mm. So you remember the last session that we had? It was end of December, and we're telling you, moving into the new year, there are a lot of things you can do goals. At least you if you don't make some goals, you're less likely to do it. But if you put it down
Yeah.
as goals, you are more likely to achieve it. So based on the free downloads that we gave to you last sessions, right? Go download it if you haven't, it's still there. Yeah, then pick on some of the items, a few of the items there, and list it as you go. That at least this is what I want to do. Yeah, you need not say, "Well, I'm so ambitious. I want to achieve all the goals, within next year." No need. Yeah, if you can do just one item in a month, I tell you, wow, you can see the really the investment grow. It's just like if I invest in one stock, then I can see better than I did nothing. I just leave my money there. Then of course my
I'll
portfolio
review
will
it.
never grow.
Okay. Yes.
Exactly.
That next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they say how we can like maybe just spend another 10 minutes a day, that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Anything?
feel free if you are catching a replay later. Yeah. Share with us also. Under the comments. Yeah. So Jasline and I would really like to hear from you if you have got something to add on, or for that matter, actually, Jasline and I would also like to hear from you if you think that there are certain topic that you really want us to talk about. Share our experience about that. We don't claim to be the pro.
Yes,
The
yes. We are
guru.
here. We've just been there. Yeah.
Yes, we have kind of like been there, done that.
Yes.
So maybe we can share based on our own experience, yeah, what it is that we know. Or, like some of us, like myself, I'm really very into like research and all that. I can also share about what research bears out about certain things, certain behavior or certain strategies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please, yeah, we welcome any suggestion on topics as well.
Can. Yeah. Next one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So reach out to Janet if you have have friends, or children, or friends of children that need to read better, please connect with her through Facebook or LinkedIn. Yeah.
Right. And reach out to Jasline if you are in this position where you want to motivate your kids to study, to actually do better academically. If you are a parent on a mission, on fire to get your children to be happy as well, as they are actually overcoming a lot of challenges in the school, especially, in the secondary and JC time. And then if you are a parent who is very, very committed to actually helping your child, to give them strategies for them to reach their goals, academic goals or career goals, please reach out to Jasline. She is the practical expert to help you reach that goal. All right.
Thank you. So we have this free giveaway, that Janet and I have put up for you. So you just go to the link here, and then you can download 20 ways to connect with your child. So you can use it for a few months, I think.
Actually, there are like 101, 201 ways, or
but
whatever,
let's 20
many
first,
ways.
As a start.
But then we figure out, okay lah, don't make it look so overwhelming for you. 20 ways enough for you to kickstart in 2021.
Yay! Thank you, Janet.
Okay.
So what do we have? Rest of our slides here.
Let me see. Okay.
So to me, I have this course. Actually, we split about a few days. A few hours a day. This course to help your child to actually do better in school. Okay, teaching you the methods, building cooperations and better confidence in school, and goal setting. How to help your child to goal setting, and good examination tips to help them to do better in exams. Next.
Okay. Great.
So we have a special prize. Yes. So never before price. So there's lots and lots of value here. We have about we have ebooks, videos, and toolkits and strategies, right? And for all this is actually $2,000 over, right? But now we are I just click the button for me.
Okay, next, right?
Yes. Okay, the value actually is 2008. Okay, but now because of Facebook Live, you have been here with us, you're committed. So only tonight we are giving you this special price of never mind, just press, it's okay. $128. So it's a 2-day course over a few hours a day. Okay, and then you get all the value here. Just replay the Facebook Live or connect with me if you have any questions. And the next slide will be the link to go and register. So get the best out of 2021. Since here is the January, still got lots of months to go. So help your child to get better grades. So this is the link.
Correct. This is the beginning of the year, so make the most out of it. Because I know that yes, last year was very unprecedented. So a lot of us got a lot of epiphanies from whether it's work related, but personal growth or whatever. So, and a lot of you may have discovered more times with your children, or perhaps discover more challenges.
Correct.
It's possible because with more home-based learning and all that. And that is where you come to the awareness that, I think maybe I can do with a little bit more help. You don't have to go to a professional for help. You can just actually tune in to our talk shows or, reach out to any one of us, because Jasline and myself are actually very passionate about empowering parents, especially. Because we realize the importance, having worked with our own children, and myself having worked with so many other children as well, we realize that actually at the end of the day, the parents is the one. We are the primary teachers of our children, and therefore the impact that we can have on our children is definitely beyond what you could imagine.
Yes,
it's really powerful.
Correct. And also, like, for parents here who have found that the children may have difficulty in reading, please also reach out to Janet as soon as possible, because we do not want to have delayed them in their learning as well. So this is January, yeah, like I say, we do the best. The action is important. Yeah.
Right, let
Okay,
me stop
so
share.
thank you so much, Janet, for having. Wow, we have about 1 hour already in this. Really enjoy talking
Yeah,
to you.
actually I must apologize. That we were a little late today instead of
Yes.
8:30 was because we are first time I'm actually trying out hosting of Zoom on
Don't
my
worry, don't
on my
worry, we are
Facebook.
fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Yeah. So thank you so much, Janet, for the time, and I will put all the links inside the Facebook comments. Okay. So that's all for tonight. Thank you so much, Janet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah,
night.
have a restful weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you next month.
Bye.
Bye bye.